Hello Wayne, welcome to my live session today, and I want to talk to you about how you can relocate abroad despite having a poor grade. Can you relocate abroad with third class? What about people that have a pass in their bachelor's degree? Or you probably have done your master's but your grade was so poor, maybe because of what was happening during that time, or because you're dullard. Sorry. Let's call a spade a spade. You know, there's this thing of always rationalizing bad grade, right? Always rationalizing bad grade. Like, you have a third class and the next thing we're going to say, okay, something was happening at that time. Some people that have third class, inside their mind, they feel like, my dear, nothing was happening, but I was reading that book and it was not entering. Okay, I just want you to know that even if that is your case, you are still valuable. You are still valuable. A lot has been said to you, I'm sure, from your neighbors, your parents, your classmates, your lecturers. And because of this, a lot of people with low grades tend to also have low self-esteem. I did not say all. I said a lot of people with low grade also tend to have low self-esteem. Now, let me tell you, low self-esteem will hurt you much more than low grade will hurt you. If you have your low grade, pack your shoulder, let it go up, let it puff up like this, my my sleeve. Let it puff up. Let your, even though you have low grade, let your ego puff up, because you are only judging yourself with your academic grade, right? The things you learned in school. But there are so many other things, including the things you did while you were a student and all that, that will set you apart. It's just that your mind is focused in one area of life, the academic grade, and you have used that to define yourself. For anyone watching this who has a low grade, or you're watching this and you know somebody that have a low grade, please send them this video so that they can watch it. Low grade is not a sentence to death, right? And with low grade, you can still relocate abroad. Whether you have a 2-2, whether you have a third class, whether you have a pass, you can still relocate abroad. But now let me tell you what the major thing that can actually stop people who have low grade from actually relocating. First of all, before I go into that, let me let you know that my name is Dr. Linda Iheme. I'm an educational consultant with Vantage Migration. Myself and my team, we train graduates and professionals who want to relocate abroad through the study abroad pathway. We show you how to get admission, how to get scholarship, how to get study loan, how to get like whatever you need in order to successfully relocate abroad. And right now, the best and the only way to contact us if you need to make an inquiry is to send us an email. Email us admission@vantagemigration.ca. I'm also going to add the email address to the description of this video, but it is admission@vantagemigration.ca. All right. Now, talking about low grade and how you can still use it to relocate. Talking about it in general terms, right? One thing you need to know is that if your grade is low, it's like, okay, your grade is low. What can you do about it? Nothing. However, there are other things that are good in your life. Now, you may not remember what they are. A lot of people that have low grade, they have other. It's like, let me give you an example. Have you ever seen somebody that is maybe blind? If you see people that are blind there, okay, I'm not blind, and you are watching me, you are not, most likely not blind. But if you know anybody that is blind, you will see that their ear become more active. Like, if breeze even passed, they can tell you, breeze just passed. You'll be like, how did you hear it? Have you noticed, if you have noticed that, could you click the like button, that if somebody is blind, other senses increases. If you see somebody that cannot talk, a lot of other things in their life increases, right? Like in terms of the other senses. Same thing. If you have third class, chances are that, for example, your ability to do practical things, you are likely to even maybe be artistic. You know, you're likely to be artistic. You are likely to be maybe a doer, somebody that if you just say do this thing, they just get it done. Do you understand why? You may not be a thinker, yes. You may not be the person who is going to read and understand. But You may be that person who will see something and draw it fast, who will see something and give reason, who may be a very strong speaker, right? So most people with that class have other strong qualities. The same way a blind person, his hearing will increase, the capacity to hear will increase compared to somebody that have eyes. The same way a blind person, when they touch something, they'll say, this is silk. You'll be like, how did you know? He did not see it though. You that you have eyes, you may even touch that silk and you will not be able to know that it's silk. You may even see the silk and you still be like, what kind of material is this? A blind person will touch it and tell you. Just their touch, their ability to touch and know something increases. You see, I'm using that to tell you that if you have third class, I put it to you that there are other areas of your life where you're a master. There are other skills in your life that you know how to do very, very well. Right? Now, in terms of relocating abroad, the real method, let me tell you, I'm talking about it in a broad picture, right? The real method is in emphasizing those things that make you special, even though you have third class, and downsizing your grade, which is like a liability, right? Emphasizing those things that make you great and downsizing your grade. That is how you stand out. This is how people who have third class, people who have pass, people who have 2-2, people who have lower credit, people who have low master's grade, this is how they are still able to get admission abroad for the best course in the best school, get scholarship even, get study loan when the need arise, and be able to live their dream. If there is any place for, in fact, let me tell you, a place like, say, Nigeria or Ghana, all right, grade is overemphasized. Take it from me. I've been in the two systems and I've been abroad as well. Grade is overemphasized. What does this mean? If you are a third class candidate, what that should even tell you is that you really need to go abroad where grade is not overemphasized. Don't you see? Think. Okay. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to explain. That in a lot of places abroad, grade is not really emphasized the way it is emphasized in Nigeria. Even certificate is not really emphasized. So if you find yourself today, you have lower grade, you have third class, you have a pass, you have a 2-2, you have low master's grade, this should tell you that you are the kind of person that like, if you stay in your country where grade is emphasized, some jobs safe, you know how to do it, but because you have third class, they will never hire you for it. Can you believe it? Abroad, nobody is going to ask you for your grade. They may not even ask you for certificate, except maybe it's a managerial role or something. They will say, if you know how to do this, in fact, they will say, if you have a diploma and you can do this, apply. Do you see? So if you have low grade, the more reason why you should go abroad. That is where you are going to shine compared to the situation and the country where you are right now, where grade is like everything. Think. So if you have third class, you have 2-2, you have lower credit, you have low master's grade, let me tell you, take one advice from me today from this video: relocate abroad. When you relocate abroad, you see yourself living your best dream, and nobody is even going to ask you, what did you get in your grade in school? Like when you are applying for a school abroad, a job abroad, they don't ask you to, like the way, let's say in Nigeria, they'll say, if you have 2-1 or first class, apply. They will never say that. They will never hire you based on grade. They will never mention grade in the application requirements. That means if you have poor grade, which I know that a lot of people who have poor grade, just like somebody who is blind, their ability to feel things will increase, their ability to hear will increase. Most people with low grade, other areas of their lives, they are likely to be masters in them. Like, as I said, things that have to do with maybe not analytics, like, the handwork, public speaking, art related things, social ability to organize a community, ability to get things done, right? Relocate abroad. And we again, in a different light, I explain more of this in our free webinar where I talk about how how abroad, even for admission purposes, how the grade thing works with your documents and your transcript, how the grade thing works. Please, if you're watching this today and you have not attended our webinar, I encourage you, I make it compulsory for you to complete that webinar today. My dear, you have low grade in life does not mean that your life should be low grade too. Don't you see? You have low grade in life does not mean in class does not mean you should have low grade in life. Learn how other people with low grade are surviving and survive and thrive. You have third class. Do you want it to be there for the rest of your life? Is third class to be talking about? Huh? Is that what you want? I know that's not what you want. So yeah, hearken to my voice. Go complete our webinar. The webinar is at you can Google www.vantagemigration.ca. Okay, www.vantagemigration.ca. Attend the webinar, and if you're watching this on my Instagram now, where I'm doing live session, except you are seeing it on YouTube on my channel. But you can look at the description on our Instagram bio. The Instagram handle is at Dr. Linda Iheme, is a verified page, right? Read the bio. You see the link to the webinar, www.vantagemigration.ca. Not just any other link, www.vantagemigration.ca. Follow the link to that webinar, complete the webinar today, and take action. Take action. You have low grade does not mean your life should also be low quality. If you have low grade, understand that you are going to even thrive more abroad, where grade is not, where nobody is going to tell you to apply for a job and they are going to be asking you, what grade did you get in school? Don't you see? You are likely to thrive there compared to a place where they will say first class or two to apply, meaning you don't even get to apply. Nobody even get to see all the other good things in your life because the employer said first class or 2-1 should apply, and you can never apply because you have third class. You see? So my dear, this is a very important thing for all those with low grade. Get started. Abroad is calling you. Come and live your dream to the fullest. Live a place where this every time is your grade. You have third class. Because of that, 5 years ago, that was when you graduated. You have not gotten job till now. Or you have turned to a cleaner somewhere. I'm not saying cleaners are bad. That's not my point. But if you truly believe you can live more, why settle for less? Start by attending our free webinar at www.vantagemigration.ca so that you understand how this abroad thing works and all that. And then you can decide if it's for you or not. But as for wasting time, that's not going to get you anywhere. Remember, the fact that you have low grade in your bachelor's or in your HND or in your master's degree does not mean that you're a low grade person in life. Does not mean your life should be low grade, except you choose that it should be low grade. Then it becomes low grade for you, my dear. But you can choose to thrive, and it is possible. There are lots of third class people who have gone through Vantage Migration program, who are living their best life abroad, you know, and they're able to get admission, get scholarship, or get the best of schools. Some people that have low grade, they feel like they must return. So some people have low grade, they want to go and do BSc again. Some people have low grade, they want to go and do some kind of Kwankwabios program again. It doesn't make sense. It's not the best. It's not the best. You can actually go from your low grade to master's direct. Whether you have HND lower credit, you can go to master's direct. Whether you have third class or 2-2, you can go to master's direct abroad. Right? If you have low grade masters, there are also other ways to handle it. You can do another masters. You can do another type of program for specialization. So that thing you think is an obstacle is not an obstacle, except you want to drown in yourself and, you know, drown in yourself. Pity party. Hey, yeah, if not be say my low grade. Hey, yeah, if not be say everything. Hey, yeah. Relax. Take good care of yourself. Again, this is Dr. Linda Iheme. I'm an educational consultant with Vantage Migration. Myself and my team, we train graduates and professionals who want to relocate abroad on how to do that successfully through the study abroad route. We show you how to get admission, scholarship, study loan, and any other thing you need in order to successfully relocate. Again, I say to you, If you need to contact us for questions, for inquiries, for registration, do that only through our email address, right? Which is admission@vantagemigration.ca. But what is the task that I'm giving to you right now? Task I'm giving to you right now is complete our free study abroad webinar. Go to www.vantagemigration.ca. Complete it. That's how you even know more of this thing that I've said and how to take the next step. And then if you decide that it's not for you, or this is not for you, then good. Nobody is going to force it on you. But you deserve a better life and you need to know it. Right? Take good care of yourself.